Hey guys, hope everyone's having a great week. So today I just wanted to do a little video on coaching and how to become a better coach, specifically for like tournaments in a competition setting. I would like to do a video on this like in everyday life, but that's going to be a lot longer. Maybe that would be better like written. So as far as coaching in a tournament, um, it's something that anyone can really do, especially say you're traveling to a tournament and your coach can't go with you. So if you go with like friends or something, they can always coach you, and it doesn't really matter what their belt level is or their skill level. So one easy thing to do if you're going to coach someone, and it's something I try to do regardless of if I know the person or how well I know the person or their game. Two things you can always do, no matter what their skill level is, to one, always tell them how much time is left. So that's really important because if you're competing, you're gonna have a time limit on your matches unless you're doing like a no time limit. So for example, the IBJJF, white belts get 5 minutes, blue belts get 6 minutes, purple 7, brown 8, black belts 10 minutes. So just having someone in your corner reminding you of how much time you have left is a really big part of competing, because sometimes you might be up on points or down on points, and knowing how much time you have left will tell you like if you can risk going for something, or hey, I'm up on points and there's 30 seconds left. Hey, don't do anything. Don't mess anything up. So that's something anyone can do. A white belt could coach me on that. Like, hey, Alec, 5 minutes left. All right. In my head, I'm thinking, all right, either, depending on what the score is, hey, maybe I need to work harder. I need to start pushing. I need to, work harder than the other guy and show the referee that, hey, I'm trying to win, especially when it comes down to like a referee decision. So, coaching, telling them how much time is left is really important. And time goes by really fast sometimes in those matches, especially like white belt matches, 5 minutes. Man, they shake hands, boom, they move around a little bit. It's already 4 minutes left. So keep an eye on the clock. The next thing, I kind of mentioned it while I was talking about the time, but the points. So again, I think I've talked about knowing the points before. I've done a video on that. But the points are really subjective. The referee has a lot of power when it comes to the point system, awarding points, and that's pretty much their job. So you can't influence that in any way, but you can let your friend or whoever's competing know how many points they have, how many points their opponent has, if they have any penalties or advantages. That's super, super important. As a competitor, I look at that board. That's one of my tools. When I'm competing, hey, I look at the board. I make sure that I get awarded the points that I worked for. I make sure that, hey, my opponent's not, getting more advantages, or maybe I'm getting some advantages or penalties. So it's as a competitor, a more advanced competitor, we use the board a lot more. But especially for beginner students, you need to tell them, hey, you're up on points, or hey, the referee didn't give you points for that sweep or something. You got to work to catch up, or hey, they're calling you for stalling, and you'll see penalties, and if you get enough penalties, you can get disqualified. So even if you're not a good coach, just telling them the time and the points, that's super important. And then more advanced, more experienced coaches can offer more detailed, detailed instruction. But if someone's competing, you can't really instruct them out of a move or into a move. You can only kind of bring things to their attention that maybe they don't see. For instance, say they're going for a submission, and the person, say, your friend's going for a submission, but the other guy's not tapping out. Maybe your coach or the person on the side can see that the person, they're barely holding on, and if you go a little bit harder, they're going to tap out. Or maybe they see like some weird grip or something you're not seeing, and they can bring that to your attention, and you can use that to advance. So coaching is it's a skill. It's a really big skill, and I've lost tournaments because maybe I didn't know the points, or maybe I thought I was up but I wasn't up, or maybe I thought I had more time than I actually had. And I've also won tournaments because I had great coaches in my corner. They were able to help me. Maybe I was stuck, and they were able to kind of point me in the right direction. Or maybe I'm doing a move and, man, maybe I don't believe in it. That's happened to me before. I remember I was competing maybe my first year at black belt. I was about to get the guard pass, but I was kind of just like, I don't know, maybe I'll go for it. And then my friend was on the side. He was a purple belt at the time. I was a black belt. And he's like, "Go, Alec, you can do it." And that kind of pushed me. That gave me the confidence to push even harder, and I actually ended up getting the guard pass. But if no one said that, or I was left to my own thoughts, maybe I would not have gotten the guard pass and ended up winning that match, which was a big deal. So your coach can really add a lot to your game. Just having someone in your corner, supporting you, being positive, and just they have your back. And the last thing I just want to talk about is for competitors too, mostly for competitors, is that when you're competing, try to focus on only one voice. Focus on one voice. You're just gonna listen to that voice. Whatever else, anything else, don't listen to anyone else. Not the other person's coach, not people in the crowd. Just listen to your coach, and man, just go for it. Let's try to. You don't have to do everything that they say, but think about what they're saying, and you make the decision. Hey, that's a great idea. I'm gonna try it. Or if you're like, that's a bad idea, don't do it. But having a great coach in your corner is really important, especially in those really close matches when you're about the same, or you're on the same level as the competitor, the guy or person you're competing against. The coach can make that difference in who wins or who loses. So I just wanted to do a little video on coaching. I was at a tournament last weekend, so I wasn't competing. I was just coaching. So I just wanted to help, other guys out there, other instructors out there, if they have students competing, or maybe you're not a coach, or you're just you're a training partner. You can always go out there and try to give some support to your friends when they're competing, because that can make the difference. All right, guys. Till next time. Ciao.